Hello and welcome to the Modern Music Mixing course. Today we're taking a basic DI'd bass and making it sound big and punchy. Let's get into the session. Okay, so just a quick reminder to anyone that's interested, if you want to get all the multi-tracks to this track, all you have to do is go to sotasound.co.uk/courses. And what will be here is Series 2 of the Modern Music Mixing course. It's not there right now, but it will be by the time that this video comes on. Click Take Course and all the multi-tracks will be there completely for free. Right, getting back to the mixing session, as I said, today we're going to be working with bass guitar. So we're going to keep it soloed for now, just so that we can really hear what was done to it. And let's take a listen first, what we're going to start with, and then we'll switch and I'll show you what we're going to end up with. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the bass faced 59 going into the speaker system here. Let's just bypass that and see what it's doing. So you're just getting that really nice amp sound from the IR, the impulse response. In terms of settings, we're just 557, so we're getting a little bit more treble coming through. Just under 5 on presence. Now on volume, we're 4.12. Now on the volume, the way that essentially works on the amplifiers is it's essentially like a distortion knob. So as you bring this down, it's going to clean up. And also go very quiet, of course. So you can hear all that distortion coming now. So that's essentially what we've got set up on the amplifier. We've got nice and clean, and just getting that nice impulse response coming through. Okay, so the next thing we're working on is the virtual mix rack. Get rid of the gain plugin there. And we're going into the FG dynamic. Let's take a listen to what that's doing. So one thing to note is we're using the fast attack here, and we are just clipping in at about 3, so 3 gain reduction here. Using a ratio of 8, so quite an aggressive sound and a very quick release. So we're essentially using this compressor as almost like a leveler. So every time the bass sort of goes above a certain level, it's just giving it a good tap on the head and keeping it nice and consistent. Next thing we've got is the VCC using... Oh gosh, I just got rid of that. Let's just bring it back. Next thing we've got is the VCC using the Briss end. Let's take a listen to what this is doing now. So you can hear that distortion coming through there. So we've just got some really nice harmonic generation coming through there on the virtual channel set to Britain. Britain's quite a nice, colourful type of sound. Very warm model of the desk, of the Neve desk. And the next thing we've got is the New York. Let's take a listen to what that's doing for us. Again, it's just adding that fatness into the bass. So again, we're just thickening up the bass, making it nice and colourful. And one of the benefits of doing that, as I said actually in series 1 of the modern music mixing course when we worked on the bass, the benefits of adding that saturation is it makes it harmonically very competitive. So as you bring it into the mix, even at very low levels, you'll be able to hear it. And the other thing is on smaller speakers, because you're generating harmonics further up the frequency spectrum, you're essentially going to make the bass more audible on smaller speaker systems. So that's quite important. Okay, the next thing we have in the chain is the virtual tape machine. So let's just take a look at this. We're using no bass alignment, so if it has a little low end bump, we're perfectly happy with that. On noise reduction, we've taken away 80 decibels, and the wow and flutter, we're not using that at all. So let's take a listen to what this is doing for us. Oh, you can really hear that. So you can really hear that fattening up the bass, just adding tons of harmonic generation and really thickening it up. Go to the chorus. So you can hear that big low end bump coming through. Okay, now let's listen to that in the context of the overall mix so far. So in bypass. Absolutely tons of bass.
You do have a way with me. You and I have a love breakable by anything, everlasting throughout time. You and
Okay, so you can hear it just sort of tucks in that low end a little bit, probably sounding a little bit bloated without this. It's quite an unusual thing to do, actually taking away a little bit of low end from the bass. But in this instance, I think it was the right thing to do because all those saturators basically just bloated out a little bit too much. So we're just controlling that with the EQ there. Let's just solo the bass guitar. One thing I want to focus on is what are we doing here. So let's take a listen to this EQ node in solo. Let's go to the chorus. So it's quite an aggressive sound coming through there. Sort of like the pluck sound. So I think again, this would have been a decision that was made in the context of the mix. So was listening to it, listening to the sort of pluck sound of the bass, and it was probably coming through a little bit too much. So we're just taking a touch of that away. So essentially this is all just corrective EQ, getting it to fit with the overall frequency response of the mix. Now, let's take a listen to what this sounds like in the context of the entire mix. We will bypass it and then we'll bring it in.
I'll catch you. I'll be there for you if you need me. I'll be there just for you. I'll be there for you if you need me. You know I'm there. I'll be there for you if you need me. I'll be there just for you.
Right, so as you can hear on the bass guitar there, we're getting a much fuller sound, and I think we can attribute most of that to the saturators. All of those saturators just adding in more harmonic generation throughout the spectrum of the bass guitar, and that's just making it a lot more competitive in the mix. So that's our bass guitar processed. Okay, that's everything. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll catch you next time.